testing expands, people in Manitowoc County are voicing their concerns over contaminated well water. The DNR says an old gravel pit in Newton used for waste disposal is to blame. The DNR is testing water near Hecker and Silver Creek roads. Today, officials held an open house to update the public on the water quality in that area. And Fox 11's Gabrielle Mays has the story.
People filled Newton's town hall hoping to learn more about their drinking water.
I was very concerned. Not only that, but we bathe in it. We do our wash in it. I water my organic garden.
As of now, David Muradic's well doesn't need to be replaced, but there are those in the crowd who have had to get a new one.
It started last November. We got a visit from the city bringing us bottled water, saying that our sample came back testing positive for vinyl chloride and other contamination in our well.
The city of Manitowoc owns the gravel pit, which DNR officials say is causing the contamination. During the 60s and early 70s, it was used for waste disposal. Vogel's well is one of 6 wells the city has replaced.
The city had some money budgeted for the project because initially our plan was to put a concrete cap, which is sort of like a parking lot, over the contaminated area. When we discovered the potable well contamination, we transferred that money so that we could pay for new drinking water wells at these homes.
McDaniel says the city started investigating the contaminated area in the early 90s. She adds, since then, the city has spent about $1.1 million to test groundwater and replace wells. Groundwater testing began last year. The DNR says to date, it's found 15 contaminated wells, and officials say the problem appears to be growing.
Right now, we're quarterly sampling, so every 3 months we'll go out and sample. We have an area, a specific area that we'll test on a 3-month basis, and then we have a larger area that we'll test on an annual basis.
Some residents say they're happy with their new wells, but they still have concerns.
Down the road in another 5 or 10 years, what's going to happen?
City and state officials say they have not received any health complaints from residents. In Newton, Gabrielle Mays, Fox 11 News.
The DNR says it will continue to monitor and test groundwater in the town of Newton and surrounding areas.